All right, dudes. So I'm back with a kind of like a part 2 of our color theory, creating makeup and mastering color theory. I have with me my lovely friend Brittany.
Hi.
So Brittany is a makeup artist, fellow makeup artist in Las Vegas, Nevada. She was actually my student.
Yes.
When we worked together.
Hey.
I'm so happy that you're here.
Yes.
And thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
So obviously we're going to do a color theory for
Women of color.
women of color. Okay, let's talk about this. Hold up. Women of color.
Yeah.
It's a hot topic,
It is.
right?
Absolutely.
Why is it a hot topic? Because I'm not a woman of color. What's weird to say? I want to talk about that real quick. What is good and bad to say as a Caucasian makeup artist
Right.
who might possibly work on darker skin?
Right.
How should I refer to my client? Is it black? Is it darker skin? Is it woman of color? Is it African American? I feel weird calling people African American because they might not be from Africa, right?
Right, exactly. In my opinion, and this is just based off of what I know, and then of course people that are around me, women of color, of course, is always a good choice because you're not saying black, but you're not saying African American either.
Okay.
I think if you're saying, I'm actually working on a woman of color today, that's fine. I think if you're more comfortable with the person and you kind of know what it is that they actually approve of, then saying black is fine. But like she said, a lot of people don't like African American because they're like, I'm not African. Okay, whoa, buddy. But I think for me, women of color, black, anything like that, I'm not offended. I have no problem. I'm proud. Black and proud. So, hey, I'm good. I'm good.
I love it. Okay, cool. Well, that's great to know, right? Because some people might feel uncomfortable because we don't want to offend anybody.
Right, exactly.
And in this day and age, honey, everybody is offended. So, Brittany, thank you so much for being here with me today. I am going to now talk about how to work and create color for women of color, for darker skin tones, and so that you feel comfortable and understand how to macro mix your kit, whether you already have foundations you can work with and you just need additional color added, or like we're going to do, work from completely from scratch color. Now we're going to work with Subtractive for darker skin. Is that weird? No. For women of color.
Yes.
And make sure that we get that perfect match for her and identify what that looks like. So let's get to it. All right, dudes, so we are going to start with the Flash palette. What we're going to do specifically for Brittany is focus on subtractive color theory. And when we do that, we're going to work with primary colors. Last time we worked with cyan for my skin tone. Now we're going to work with straight primary blue, primary yellow, and primary red. We're obviously working with the darker skin tone, so we need something that has a little bit deeper undertones to it. That's why we're going to work with those 3 colors. First, what we're going to do is identify Brittany's undertone. So that's going to be the primary color that we're going to use from the Flash palette. What I ended up using on myself, my primary undertone, I knew to be pink, but I wanted a more golden tone, so I used more yellow. I also used a ton of white, if you remember. Here, in this case, we're not going to use any white. So her primary undertone, just looking through her entire flesh range, is definitely more golden. I can see some like beautiful orange undertones in here, so I'm going to remember that I need to add that addition if I want a consistent look. Now, a lot of times you see people when they're slapping on that like heavy full coverage foundation, it's like always so yellow. It's always so mustard looking, and then they're kind of have a floating head, right? They have like this head with like full color and then a body with all this beautiful breakup to it, and we're not bringing that into the face. So we want to make sure we bring that into the face. So I'm going to mix up first a recipe before we get onto her face. So what I'm going to do is work on her hands, just the back of her hand. I know her undertone, she's got some yellow in there, so I'm going to take some yellow. And this we're just going to find a color. Find her perfect color. I know she's got some orange in there too. So I'm going to throw a little orange. Now out of the red and blue, red is going to be my third go-to, and we're going to decrease in amount because I know she don't have that much red in her skin. Blue is going to darken everything up, but it's very strong color, so I'm going to use the smallest amount of that. And again, using the Makeup Forever 246 to thin everything down and mix that to see where we're at. We might not be in the range we even need to be in. And already, yeah, we shouldn't have went in with that orange. We probably could have had enough orange all by itself. So at this point, this is a great color corrective moment. We're orange and we need to get deeper. We need to correct that into a neutral skin tone. What do? We add blue. So now I know we can actually add a little more blue than normal. I definitely need more yellow. And some more blue because we're still orange.
Here we go. I need a little more solvents to mix. Beautiful. We're super close. We can get a little more blue and a little more yellow.
Because I'm still seeing orange. So that's the only reason why I'm going into those two. And they make green, blue, and yellow. And so it's neutralizing that like pinky orange undertone. And I have her color. And there we go. That looks pretty good for her skin. We likey.
Lovey.
So let's do that. Now we're gonna prep her face for application. So what I love to do, Skindinavia setting or priming spray to make sure her skin feels nice and plump. If we are feeling any dryness, any tightness in the skin, then we're gonna go in with some good moisturizer first, but her skin feels really good. So we're gonna just rock with that. And now we break our face up down the middle, one side here, one side here, one side here. So I'm gonna treat each one of those with my recipe mixture, which is a good amount of yellow. So I'm gonna start with my yellow. Is going to be red. So about half as much red. And then now we go into blue because we're going to skip orange altogether. We already know we're going to make orange with these two colors. And when we added in orange in our recipe, we had to correct it. It was way too much orange. So we're going to leave it with just our straight primary colors. Now we're going to go in with blue. We used a good amount of blue to get her to the tone that she needed to be. So we're going to be a little generous with the blue. We're going to use a blending brush. This is one of my favorite ways to apply a foundation, especially because we need to buff. So you could use a stippling brush. This is a great brush by Makeup Forever 152. We're going to saturate our brush with our fluid, our 246, so that we can move this product really nicely on the skin. And let's see what happens. Oh goodness. But now we want to take it a step further. We want to keep learning, and do all the steps. So we're going to highlight, contour, color correct, blush, and contour her. And maybe let's do some eyeshadow too. Why not? Because we did it last time. All right, our camera momentarily took a shitter on us. But great moment, right? I was able to step back and look at Brittany from a distance and look at her on the camera. And what I'm noticing is that she's still really got a lot of beautiful orange undertone here in her neck that I'm not seeing so much in these areas of her face. We've captured it here, but here we're getting almost a little ashy. So we need to get some foundation. We mixed up the same three colors and I just went more orange with it. So I used more red and yellow. And we're just going to color correct consistent. I'm going to take my bigger buffer brush. I'm going to take some yellow. It's got a little red in there. That's okay. Through here, I'm using a little bit of a more opaque mixture. So I've used less of my thinner so I can see more coverage in her skin. So I could really get that more medium to full coverage in there. But I feel a lot better about that color, and that's just what is going to happen with anybody who is going to color mix color from pure color. You're going to see those things, and what's great is it's more of a learning experience. You start really nailing color theory down because you're going, you know what, I'm seeing a lot of yellow, or I'm seeing a lot of orange. You know, it's not meshing into her flesh, so you just keep using that complementary color to correct. In the yellow case, we need to add purple, red and blue. In the orange case, we need to add blue. In the purple case, too much purple, we need to add yellow. You know, we just keep, it's a seesaw, right? We talked about it before. It's just a seesaw, and I can breathe so much better now. We're back on our beautiful camera, so hopefully that last piece you got what you needed, but I'm feeling good about where we're at. So the only difference in that time period that we stopped, the only thing, and Brittany can attest to this, that we have done was we added brows and mascara.
That's it.
That's it. Now we're going to powder with some amazing HD powder to just minimize shine in certain places, not in all places. So I'm going to make sure I'm not seeing a lot of product on the brush. Now always flush a little powder down through here, because in any time that your client's going to go out and there's going to be photography or filming, we want to make sure that they're reflecting the same, and the skin always is going to reflect differently when it doesn't have product on it. So here she is. I'm going to do a close-up so you can see how beautiful these tones are throughout her skin. I'm loving it. That purple on your eyes is so bananas gorgeous. And it looks really beautiful on the lip too. Just that little reflection. Alright, well thanks guys so much for checking this out. I hope it helped you expand your color knowledge and color theory, because there isn't just one tone we work with, right? We work with all skin tones.
Yes.
We worked on my skin, now we have worked on Brittany's beautiful skin, and like my favorite skin tone to work on, hers, it's stupid, amazing, gorgeous. I wish I could bottle this up, this eyeshadow. The blush is phenomenal on her, and since we went with the whole metallic look, we just stuck with it on the lip, and kind of have like a whole monochromatic, like purple bronze look.
Yes.
What'd you think? Are you gonna do this every day for your foundation?
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my god.
You gonna color mix everything?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. You have no idea. It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do with this flash palette. I definitely recommend everyone go out there and get one. It's good to know,
right?
I mean, good to know.
Look at that. Those three colors, red, yellow, blue, we made her entire face. So if I can do it, you can do it. Now you know. Go and practice. Let me know if you have any questions. Check me out, you know, always Facebook, Instagram. That's going to go, you know, right here somewhere. Brittany, we're going to put her info right here as well, so you can check her out and follow her.
Making up faces.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Bye.